Good afternoon. Once again, welcome to the second video of the day, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 802, and in this video, I am going to be speaking about 7 books. This is going to be more of a bookish video than my previous 3 or 4 videos, and I am going to be speaking about the books I borrowed from the Birkirkara library and two which I bought. I've honestly been behaving very, very well as far as book buying goes. Since I bought so many books in August, so far in September, we are 3 weeks in, I have only bought one book, which is absolutely insane for somebody like me, and I plan on prolonging this for as long as I can since I have so much to read and to review anyway. One which I bought before I traveled to Wales, and one which I bought just a couple of days ago whilst I was in Gozo. I haven't had the chance to show you these properly yet, although I have reviewed the Five Nights at Freddy's graphic novels on my channel, so feel free to take a look at those videos as well. The first graphic novel which I borrowed from the Birkirkara Public Library is called The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Now you might be asking, haven't you already reviewed this one? This one is split into 2 volumes, and when I borrowed it from the Mosta branch, I read the first half, the first 175 pages or so. I recently started reading the second volume, yet another 175 pages. It consists of 350 in total, and I plan on reviewing the second one as soon as I possibly can. I've been reading many manga volumes, many graphic novels as well over these past couple of months, and this is pretty interesting, pretty immersive and entertaining so far. Rather spooky, and Nobody Owens is a fantastic character, honestly. Next, I have the Five Nights at Freddy's graphic novels to show you, which I, of course, have reviewed already. We have The Silver Eyes, The Twisted Ones, and The Fourth Closet. Now, these were adapted by Christopher Hastings, and honestly, I don't think he gets enough credit for doing all the work, and the original creator, Scott Cawthon, seems to get all the credit, even though Christopher Hastings did so much of the work to adapt this into a graphic novel trilogy. He did a fantastic job as well, if I do say so myself. I enjoyed every single one of these, and the further I read, the more I enjoyed them, by the way. Next is a book by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. Now, I don't think I will be able to read this in time because I have to return all of these in about a week's time, and this one does consist of 420 pages. I have many other things I wish to read instead of this, even though I do find the concept to be extremely interesting. We have 1916, the Western Front. Private Percy Blakeney wakes up. He is lying on fresh spring grass. He can hear birdsong and the wind and the leaves in the trees. Where have the mud, the blood, and the blasted landscape of no man's land gone? Then we have 2015, Madison, Wisconsin. Cop Monica Jansen is exploring the burned out home of a reclusive, some say mad, others dangerous scientist when she finds a curious gadget, a box containing some wiring, a three-way switch, and a potato. It is the prototype of an invention that will change the way mankind views its world forever, and that's an understatement if ever there was one. These two are referred as two science fiction giants, by the way. The Long Earth is the first book in a series consisting of 5. I think it's more likely that I buy the entire series before reading the first one, which I borrowed from the library, by the way. Pretty cool concept. Um, from the blurb alone, it is rather reminiscent of The Three Body Problem by Cixin Liu as well, especially as far as the science fiction section goes. Then we have a book in hardback of Japanese myths and legends. This one is by R. Gordon Smith. It's a lovely edition. It was definitely worth the price. We have 50 ancient tales from Japanese folklore retold by Richard Gordon Smith. They include stories of love and passion, ghosts and gods, as well as samurai and tales of war. Now, since there are 50, I don't think it would make sense for me to review every single story since they are all extremely short. So, what I plan on doing is probably um, review my favorite ones from this anthology. Um, Pretty cool so far, even though the names are very difficult to remember. This is what it looks like on the inside, by the way. Absolutely marvelous. To my knowledge, this one did not come with a dust jacket, even though it's a hardback with lovely sprayed edges and beautiful artwork on the inside as well. I definitely look forward to reading as many of these as I can and letting you know which ones I enjoy the most. And the last book I have to show you in this video is a book by a Japanese author called Keigo Higashino. This one is called Malice, and I came across this one very coincidentally. I hadn't in mind to buy this one, and I read the blurb and I was instantly fascinated. So, acclaimed best-selling novelist Kunihiko Hidaka has been murdered. His body is found in his office in a locked room within his locked house by his wife and best friend, both of whom have rock-solid alibis. Or so it seems. Police detective Kyochiro Kaga recognizes Hidaka's best friend from years ago when they were both teachers. Kaga joined the police while Nonoguchi became a writer, though with not nearly the success of his friend Hidaka. When Kaga suspects something is a bit off with Nonoguchi's statement, he investigates further. Searching Nonoguchi's apartment, there he finds evidence that shows the two writers' relationship was very different than they claimed. In a brilliant realized tale of cat and mouse, detective and writer battle over the truth of the past and how events that led to the murder really unfolded. Which one of the two writers was ultimately guilty of malice? So, yeah, pretty interesting considering the whole writer segment, the whole teacher segment, the whole murder segment. I've never read anything by this author, but I think I might just start reading it tonight before going to bed and continuing it tomorrow um, in order to um, start the school year off on a positive note. The last thing I wish to show you are two pebbles which my girl gave me when we went to Gozo just a few days ago. This one has a very round shape. It is extremely smooth, and it's why she gave it to me. And the next one has a very lovely pattern on it, and it also kind of looks like a triangle. Bill Cipher is our thing, by the way, so um, having something like this to add to my Pebble collection, not that I really have one, but it's an extremely wholesome thing to do, and it's also something which penguins do to each other to show that they're in love, basically. So, yeah, very, very wholesome thing to have happen to me. But yeah, I think those were all the books I had to show you. Um, in this video ended on a bit of a wholesome note there. Some other purchases which are interesting before I end the video are some Burger King toys, which I was very lucky to come across. By the way, we have Naruto and Kakashi. They had many other figures as well. Now, I am not even that big a fan of Burger King, but when they have toys like this with such cool figures, it's hard to give up. Basically, I had to buy both of these since they're two of my favorite characters. And yeah, just wanted to show them to you really quickly since I am just showing you random things now. Recent purchases, very cool things I added to my collection of random items apart from books, I suppose. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.